And finally, at number 1, we have Special Forces Group 3. This is the third installment of one of the most popular and fun multiplayer FPS franchises on Android. This installment's approach is basically the same, with casual teams and lots of action in true Counter-Strike style, though it also offers tons of new game modes, weapons, and improvements that will delight hardcore fans. The game has 9 different game modes, so it's hard to get bored. The most popular is still Classic mode, where terrorists and counter-terrorists face off in near identity. Next up at number 2, we have My Honor Final Battle. This is a low polygraphic first-person shooter for survival in urban locations. A successful terrorist attack has led to the fact that not only a bunch of scoundrels are on the streets, but also hordes of zombies are walking around, and the main character is an extremely attractive player for them, which is for the first and even more so for the second. So gamers will shoot back, maneuver through the back streets, collect supplies, ambush, and gradually move towards the goal. Good dynamics of what's happening. Coming in at number 3, we have Uncharted Waters Origin. This is an MMORPG developed by South Korean and Japanese studios. That's the remake of the well-known video game, Uncharted Waters New Horizons. This title marks the 30th anniversary of the saga and will take you on exhilarating adventures aboard ships that will travel the main seas and oceans of the world. One of the Uncharted Waters Origins key aspects is that the story that you'll live in the game will unfold according to decisions and actions that you take. Next up at number 4, we have What the Fish. This is a beautiful graphics and easy to control 2D action game in which players will take on the role of one of the inhabitants of the underwater kingdom, in which a serious conflict broke out because one of the reasons is that no one remembers anymore. The main thing is to win the confrontation. Gamers will take control of a fighter clad in a special spacesuit, arm him with a special deadly device, as well as determine the unique specializations and skills with which he'll go into battle with. Well, moving on to number 5, we have Mirai. Mirai is a creative adventure game. It's a game with a very distinctive design and gameplay. It contains many creative designs. The game tries to make the game interesting without fighting, and players need to think about how to reach the goal by winning by skill. Each area of the game will have different experiences and gameplay, allowing players to experience the freshness of each reference and can think of emotional cues to show the current state of mind of the protagonist. Throughout the game, players need to avoid a crime. Down to number 6, we have Tactical Football. This is an Android soccer game in which EA Sports has poured certain FIFA elements to immerse you in a complete soccer universe. However, in this title, you'll follow thrilling matches from a perspective closer to the team's technical management. In the game, you'll find official licenses for more than 600 players from the Premier League, what many consider to be the best league in the world, with the exception of the Spanish one, boasts soccer stars such as Mohamed Salah. Next up at number 7, we have Solar Smash 2D. Solar Smash is a really peculiar strategy-based video game that challenges you to destroy a planet and get rid of all its population. As soon as you start the game, you'll encounter a planet. On the side of the screen, you'll find a few buttons. Each one is a different type of interplanetary attack. You'll also be armed with missiles and black holes, laser beams, solar radiation, collapsing against other planets, and so on. The idea is to launch attacks on the planet until it's reduced to nothing but. And at number 8, we have Raccoon Unhappy. Raccoon Unhappy, the studio's colorful roguelike title on mobile, this action game features adorable characters that you can use to engage in exciting combat, using a wide variety of skills as you fight your way across the galaxy. In the game, you can expect to collect companions and travel from planet to planet while building your spaceship at the same time. Heroes have unique looks and abilities, and the gameplay features roguelike elements that will have you retrying again and again with each new run. Not to worry though, Moving on to number 9, we have Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4 is a game developed by Lizard Cube, Guard Crush Games, and Dotemu. It's the sequel to the iconic Streets of Rage series. This trilogy, released in the early 1990s for the Sega Genesis, was once popular with the fans of side-scrolling beat-em-all games. The new title runs on a modified engine from Streets of Fury, a game created by Guard Crush Games. Continuing the gameplay of the previous parts of the series, Streets of Rage 4 Now at number 10, we have Wild Arena Survivors. This game is a mixture of action and battle royale, where you need to extract resources, pump on wild animals, and destroy real players. You can interact with the environment, chop down trees, break boxes, and use guerrilla tactics. On average, the match lasts about 10 minutes and 40 players participate in it. The developers promise various modes and the opportunity to participate in both solo and with 2 friends. Gradually, you'll upgrade one of the selected characters depending on your favorite style of play. Also, loot boxes and a combat pass were